Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the January 2023 video for the zodiac sign of Virgo. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. Also, I did post the 2023 full year video, so if you haven't checked those out, please do so as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for January. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, let's jump right in. Column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close, we have a summary card of formation. I like this. Formation is pretty literal. It means something new is developing, growing, brewing. You're working on forming something new here for yourself, Virgo. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, and see what we're working with. Okay, the first card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a card all about being resourceful. This is about being smart with your resources. With the Queen of Pentacles, this is about being smart with time, money, energy, whatever it may be. This is also a very domestic card, so this could be growth of a relationship or a new relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is also a card of fertility and pregnancy, so perhaps your family could be growing. Maybe you're forming a baby there. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is a card that's always favorable for you, Virgo. The Judgment card is a card of clarity. It's a card of living your life's purpose. Whatever this thing is that we're forming, it's like you're getting the thumbs up that you're on the right path. This is the right move for you. This is the next right step. This is what you should be working on. So I like to see that. And also using resources appropriately, of course. But definitely a card of clarity. So gaining some information about who you are, what you want to be, where you want to go. At the bottom here, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. A lot of times when we see the Devil card, it's like overdoing something. Overeating, over drinking, overspending. So I do feel like maybe there's been a little bit too much overindulgence happening. It is the end of the year. That tends to happen to the best of us. So just be aware of that, though. It's like to not overdo things with the Devil card. But let's see what we have in terms of clarifiers. The first clarifier we have is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of mystery, secrets, which I'm actually kind of like to see this because with the Judgment card, it's a card of getting clarity. So if there was any unknown, it seems like it's known now to you. So you found out some new information in these last few weeks here, Virgo. The High Priestess is also a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. The High Priestess is very intuitive, very spiritual, very aligned. So you know exactly what you need to be doing with your time, energy, money, whatever resources they may be. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, very patient, very hardworking. And one reason why I like the Knight of Pentacles so much is it's like reaping the benefits of your hard work. So it's like, because you did this, now you get this. So it's going to benefit. It's going to pay off. Again, we're spending our resources in the right place. Whatever this thing is that we're forming, it does take patience. It takes hard work, but it's going to be the right move. Again, the Judgment is like kind of about being on your right life path there. At the bottom here, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violence, some sort of toxic relationship, some sort of relationship that's not serving us the best. And then the devil, again, is like addiction, greed, envy, materialism. So in addition to maybe like taking action that could be overdoing it, potentially there is like a relationship that's not serving us the best that possesses some of these traits. So be aware of that. Be cautious of this relationship, and potentially cut ties if needed, or kind of course correct here if we can, if you have not already. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's coming for January. We have the card Ready But Waiting. This is a pretty literal card. It oftentimes means that we are ready to take action, but the universe just isn't. So perhaps there will be a little bit more waiting for you than you would like. Patience will be key going into January, but let's see what messages we have coming through here. The first card that we have is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. I do definitely see like you wanting to move forward right now, and I just think things are going to keep popping up and you're not going to be able to move as fast as you would like to move, Virgo. So just be aware of that. This new opportunity is here. It's going to be great, but we are kind of in this waiting or holding period for the time being. But again, this is kind of your urge to move forward that's coming through with the Ace of Wands. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. It's very long term. Whatever is happening here with this wait, it's like saying you need to wait long term. This had to happen. It was kind of part of the bigger plan. It's like if you actually did it now, it wouldn't work, or it wouldn't be as successful, or you wouldn't be happy with the results, whatever it may be. So I know you don't love this waiting. This waiting doesn't feel great. But like long term, for whatever reason, the world has you on pause just for a little bit longer here. This is also a card of retirement. Congratulations to those of you that are retiring. Perhaps your retirement is delayed a little bit. This can also be like a lump sum of money, like retirement or inheritance. But perhaps that lump sum of money, again, is a little bit delayed in some way, shape, or form. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. Capitalize on this time. Spend this time planning. Spend this time resting. Spend this time getting yourself ready. Just because you're waiting doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing nothing. So rest, retreat, renew, recover, plan. Do whatever you need to do, but it's like continue to prepare yourself here during this time. The first clarifier we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card of, well, it's one of those cards that's always favorable for you with the Justice card. The Justice card, though, is also like cause and effect. It's win-win solutions. It's truth coming out. I feel like during this waiting period, something is like going from good to even better. So it's like, I know we're waiting, but because you had to wait, you like thought of this idea and it's even more powerful or even more meaningful or even more moving. So just keep that in mind. The Justice card is also like connected to contracts, legal matters, things of the court, and it's an indicator of favorable outcomes for you. So I like to see that. Again, it may take a little bit longer, but it's favorable outcomes for you. This is also a card of truth. So again, you're going to find out some sort of piece of information and this additional waiting will make sense. The next card that we have is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of stress, exhaustion, having too many burdens. Perhaps you just have too much going on at this exact moment to even be able to move forward with whatever that is that you're trying to work on, and hence that ready but waiting is coming up in that fashion as well. For those of you that are retiring, though, you're definitely tired and ready to be done here. I can see that loud and clear. One thing when I see the Ten of Wands, I like this card because I can give it to you as a warning card. So do keep that in mind, is like, make sure you're not getting overwhelmed. Don't overcommit. Don't take on too many burdens. Don't take on too many obligations, because you can definitely get tired or stressed out or exhausted. At the bottom here, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very studious, very hardworking. Again, you need to use this downtime wisely. Okay, now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to money. We're going to start off with a quick money card. In this case, this is an affirmation. It says, money only enhances my true vibration. It does not decide it. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Virgo. The first card that we have is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, I know, looks a little dark and gloomy. It's gray, it's blue. Everybody's facing away from us. Their heads are hanging low. Their sword's stuck in the boat. But one thing that's important to keep in mind is the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction. This is all about going through a necessary transition. So I actually like the Six of Swords for that reason. We're moving forward. We're making progress in some way, shape, or form this month. It can also be a card of physically moving or relocating as well with that Six of Swords. The next card that we have is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card of loss, regret, low feelings. It does seem like something's going to pop up that we don't love this month. But the nice thing is again, we're going where we need to be going. If you take a look at our next card, it's the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of unwanted change. I always tell people, like, with the Tower card, you plan for A, B, C, but D, E, F ends up happening. So again, it's not necessarily what you want, but it does work out well for you. The Tower card is kind of like course correcting and making sure you're on the right path and going the right direction. So just be aware of that. So again, it may not feel the best in the moment. You see kind of two dark and gloomy cards here, but it's a necessary transition and it's taking us where we need to go. Both the Six of Swords and the Tower card say that. And then you see here, of course, some more positive clarifiers. So if you needed more validation that this is the right thing, here it is for you. The Moon card is a card of trusting your intuition. Anytime we have a face in the sun like that, it's all about trusting your gut, trusting your intuition to guide you through this transition, through this unexpected bump, but trust the process. The next card that we have is the Judgment card. The Judgment card is always favorable for you, Virgo. So, again, trust the process. That the Tower card, it's happening for a reason. We're going through this necessary transition. The Judgment card also brings a lot of clarity too. So at first it might be like, why is this happening? But as the month progresses, you are going to get some clarity, some vision of the other side, and definitely some raising of the spirit. So just roll with the punches here. And then at the bottom here, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting, so a little bit of continued waiting energy because of the Tower moment that's happening. It's like you could be waiting to do something else because you have to kind of navigate this situation. So a little bit theme of waiting here. This could also be travel too. There's a chance that you could be asked to travel for work. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Just like the money column, we have a love card to start with. It says friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So in this love column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. The first card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is a very long-term card. It's very strategic. This is a card of respect as well. So for those of you entering into a relationship or in a current relationship, I think it's really respectful. It's happy, it's healthy, it's long-term. Again, the Emperor is just so future focused. This is also a card of good parenting, so there's possibility that your family could be expanding in January. The next card that we have is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords has a lot of different meanings, but one of them is isolation. And I feel like something's going to happen this month and you're going to want to kind of pull away and isolate a little bit, but that might not be the right move for you, Virgo. So do leverage your family, friends, loved ones. Lean on them for support as needed. Again, I kind of see you like kind of locking up and pulling back, but I would encourage you to seek support from our loved ones. At the bottom here, we have the Magician. The Magician is a really good card no matter where we have it in our readings. I always like when the Magician pops up. This is very focused energy, and it's a good reminder that you need to be focusing your energy on what you want. Is it growing a family? Is it entering into a relationship? Is it maintaining a relationship? Focus your energy where you want. Anything is possible with the Magician card. The Magician will turn your visions into reality. We have a wand, a cup, a pentacle, a sword, and abundance and infinity here at the top. So seriously, anything is possible with friendship, with love this month. So just keep that in mind. Okay. The first card that we have is the Five of Wands, or first clarify, I should say. The Five of Wands is kind of like bumps in the road, unexpected things. Again, something is going to pop up this month, but rather than like kind of pulling back and isolating, leverage those loved ones, leverage that circle of support. The nice thing with the Five of Wands, I always say this is like small bumps in the road. It's not like they're fighting with swords, they're fighting with wands. So it's like something, but not as significant. The next card that we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. So again, leveraging those around you. And it's a card of collaboration. So make sure communication is a focus for you there. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. But the way this message is really coming through to me here, Virgo, it's about being clear on what you want. Once you're clear on what you want, the Magician can help you deliver that. So be focused on what you want from a relationship, what you want in the future, so the Magician can help you deliver that. It's like, you know what you don't want, but let's really truly focus on what you do want here. Okay, at this time we're going to take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card productivity. I really like to see how busy this card is. So much is happening. And I know we've talked about waiting a few different times, but just because we're waiting doesn't mean we should be not productive. So do make sure, again, you're capitalizing on this waiting time, getting lots of things done. There's something that can be done even in time of waiting. Let's see what messages we've got here. Okay, the first card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is stagnant. That's exactly what we were just talking about, is the waiting. It's like waiting for more information, but while we're waiting for more information, we need to stay productive here. I know it seems like an odd message, Virgo. I just say them as I hear them. The next card, though, that we have is the Sun card. The Sun card, in terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really, truly doesn't get much better than the Sun card. This is a card of material happiness, joyous outcome, success. So after all this waiting, there's still going to be a lot of happiness. There's still going to be a lot of joy. There's going to be that success that you've been seeking. So don't get caught up or get down about the waiting. You'll get the information you need. You'll be able to move forward. Again, focus on the productivity now. And then the King of Wands is very bold, very powerful. You need to be focusing on the things that are in your control. Thinking about your circle of control and the things that you can affect currently. Make those the focus. Focus productivity there. Focus resources. Focus energy there. Focus on things that you have a direct impact on. The first card that we have is the Lovers card. The Lovers card, of course, can be a card of love, so there could be a new relationship for some. But anytime there's two of something on a card, it's really about making a decision here. So again, it's how you decide or what you decide to do during this waiting period, during this stagnant period. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. But again, this is talking about what we do with the downtime, what we do with the waiting time. We talked about this earlier with the Four of Swords over here. It's about capitalizing on that time. And of course, you'll be happy you did, because the outcome with the Sun there is still going to be really positive. At the bottom here, we have the Knight of Cups. Again, another love card. So definitely could be some love, new love energy coming in here for you. But this is about opportunity. This is about proposal. This is about potential. And I like to see that. Focusing on what you can control is the best way to reach potential here. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. Question number 1 though is the 7 of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Jack of Spades. This is number 52 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 2 of Clubs. This is number 46 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no there for you, Virgo. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of January. Your crystal is amethyst, which is good for dreams, losses, sorrow. It helps you let go. It really enhances your intuition, helps you stay connected to reality, and helps with mental clarity. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, we don't know how strong we are until strong is the only choice we have. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Virgo, and I hope you have a wonderful January.